Lisa Birnbach for Howdini.com. Not all cashmere is born equal. Sometimes the price is great, but the quality isn't. So how do you get the most for your money? With us for cashmere shopping tips is Sharon Haver, fashion reporter and founder of FocusOnStyle.com. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
Great.
Where do you get a good bargain on cashmere?
You can get cashmere on sale in all sorts of places. One of the things is if you're looking for something like a cashmere turtleneck or a cardigan or a V-neck or, you know, sort of a classic kind of sweater, you don't necessarily need to buy it in season, and you don't necessarily need to buy it in a major department store all the time. You can get them like these. This is an amazing sweater, which is Italian and probably sells for around $1,000, and I got this in an off-price store for under $200.
Did you know that there was a label in it?
Yeah, the label is in it. Even if it wasn't in something of this kind of quality, you don't necessarily need to know how much it costs. I mean, it has its original price in euros on it. You could just feel it and know that this is a sweater that does not sell for, you know, $200 or less.
Are you better off buying from a specialty cashmere store or from a department store, let's say?
It depends. What you want to make sure is that the cashmere sweater has a great cut and that it's beautiful and that it works on you and it's flattering to your figure. How it looks on you is ultimately the most important thing, as opposed to, I've got this fabulous $2,000 sweater I paid $50 for and you put it on and it looks like a sack or it's too tight. Better get the cheaper one.
You sometimes recommend menswear.
Yeah.
Are men's sweaters cheaper than women's
Well,
sweaters?
for the most part, men's clothing is usually a little bit less expensive than women's. And if you're looking for an oversized sweater, or if you're not the tiniest woman, you can probably get into a men's small. You want to make sure the sleeves fit you correctly. They don't dangle and the shoulders fit nicely.
The underarms are awfully big in a men's sweater,
But if
right?
you're getting a cardigan, it's actually really chic if you have like the boyfriend kind of look, the big gray men's cardigan. And then I would belt it with like a mock croc belt, just a beautiful, luxurious belt, and wear it over a skinny bottom. So you have that loose feeling of a men's sweater.
It's very chic.
Yeah, and it's very chic. And it's, you know, it's probably cheaper than buying the women's high-end designer version that's that style.
Sharon, can you find decent cashmere online? Of course, the problem is you can't touch it.
Well, many of the major catalog retailers that are now are online, and these you can go for the established brands. In the past, most of them were sort of not the most sexiest fit, a little boxy, a little frumpy, but now they have what they call fitted cashmere, which has a nicer, more contoured silhouette. But if you're familiar with the brand and you're familiar with their style and you want to make something look a little more chic, I usually recommend going a size down. So if you're a medium in, let's say, a designer sweater, maybe when you're going online to the place with the canvas tote bags, I'd buy their sweater in a small.
Thrift shops?
You know, classic cashmere can last for years and years and years, and I've gotten some amazing sweaters in thrift shops over the years that you just kind of fall upon and they're cheap. But what you want to look for when you're buying used sweaters is mostly you want to check the armpits. You know, you want to make sure of two things: that they don't have this like kind of hardness they get under here from too much wear, and that's usually from the old time, you know, lack of antiperspirant. So you know you're going back too long on that. And you want to give it a quick sniff too, and make sure that you're not getting into something you don't want to take home.
Now, if ultimately cashmere is just not in your budget, even discount off-price cashmere, what wools and what materials do you like?
I like anything that's 100%, unless there's a reason to put a little 2% lycra in it for fit. I love organic cotton. So many of the fast fashion places now have these fantastic organic cotton t-shirts, which I buy, and they're about $20 there, and they're beautiful. I also like a really nice, high-quality 100% merino wool, and you can get some gorgeous colors. You don't always have to have cashmere. You know, part of the way of having style is having a diverse wardrobe, and there's no reason you should have one thing or another. But I would always stick with something that's 100% natural, and it just looks better.
Sharon, thanks so much.
Thank you.
For Howdini.com, I'm Lisa Birnbach.